come back to this question of the Arab world, because if the United States is the most important battleground outside of the Arab world itself is a crucial battleground. We can't go on having Arab countries besieging other Arab countries and killing their people. We can't go on with some Arab countries with Israeli embassies in their capitals, the Mossad openly moving around their airports. We can't go on allowing tin pot dictators, and they are really tin pot dictators. You know, there's a fatalism in the Arab world where you ask, why is there more people demonstrating in Tel Aviv against this aggression than there is in the Arab countries? And they say, the regimes, the regimes, the regimes. Look, 30 years ago, the Iranian people confronted the most powerful dictator on the earth. The Shah of Persia had an army and a security force second to none in any dictatorship on the earth. But the Persians came out in their millions and swept that dictatorship away. Are they better than the Arabs? The South Africans swept away apartheid. Are they better than the Arabs? No, they're not better. But we have to find the courage somewhere to confront these dictators, and believe me, some of them just need a hug, and they'll fall over. They are not James Bonds. They are Austin Powers. This is the experience I have in these countries. They can be blown over if only the people. You see, many people cried for Palestine in the Arab world, but crying isn't enough. It's a kind of self-pitying crying that I can do nothing. Well, they can do something, and they must do something. When I have traveled the Arab world in its entirety, virtually, maybe more than most of you, even Arabs, when I think of what the Arab world could be, from the Atlantic to the Persian Gulf, 300 million people with one language, one God, one culture, all that land, all that sea, all that water, all that oil, all that gas, all that culture, all that education, the Arabs could be a superpower in the world. A superpower in the world. Instead of the miserable collection of puppet presidents and corrupt kings who can't even meet to discuss the foreign occupation of their own capital cities. Baghdad is in the hands of foreigners. Jerusalem is in the hands of foreigners. Other Arab capitals are secretly in the hands of foreigners. I asked before we left London, a prince of a Gulf state, I won't name him because he's no different to the others. I asked this person who now lives in England, who's a very, very big man in England, who's put more than $1 billion into a project in England. I asked him, I said, I knew your father. I sat with your father many times. Your father helped me with my work. Can you please pay for the petrol of our convoy from London to Gaza? And you know, the irony is this. If he had said yes, it would have cost him nothing. Because from Morocco to Rafah, the governments of these countries gave us free petrol. So I would have been asking him for a few $100s for the petrol through France and Spain. If he'd said yes, it would have been the cheapest act of philanthropy he would ever be asked to perform. But he said no. He said no. We can't go on with Arab rulers throwing more on the roulette wheels, spending more in the bordellos and in the arms bazaars of Western countries, spending more than would be required to buy media, to build lobbies, to change opinions in your country and mine.